Now at 4:30 on WKYT this morning, a community mourns a Central Kentucky police officer who was killed in a crash.
A man's behind bars in connection to a major bourbon heist.
Looking outside, seeing in some rain, and that's funneling in here. We'll go over the latest forecast coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into WKYT This Morning. It's good to have you with us. It is Friday. You've already pointed out Friday the 13th. Again, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca says, whether you're superstitious or not, right? We hope you have a great day and no bad luck rears its ugly head. But as far as the weather goes, maybe a little bit of bad luck in that department, Micah.
More rain, huh?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And a lot of rain starting to funnel on in here, especially back from the west and southwest. And you can see it is slowly but surely making its way in here. It'll take a little bit of its time, but you know why? We have a long ways to go with this system. Current temperatures sitting there in the 50s outside. And it's really not going to take a big hit until we start to move into next week. So things look pretty good. The roadways are dry as of now, but they'll become wet once we get into the afternoon. Today's forecast, 60 degrees, rain for everybody. We'll go over your latest forecast coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in just a bit, and we thank you.
Police, firefighters, and other members of the community are paying tribute to a Nicholasville police officer.
Officer Burke Rhodes died Wednesday in a crash on US 27 in Garrett County. The community held a vigil for him at Nicholasville's City Hall. WKYT's Jordan Valine shows us how Officer Rhodes was honored.
It was a memorial service.
Law enforcement has lost a brother in arms.
Fit for a fallen hero.
Our hearts go out to the Rhodes family.
A service to honor the life of Officer Burke Rhodes.
He was the kind of guy that you just were proud to know.
A man who served his city with dignity and respect until the day he died.
It's tough. We will never be the same as a department. We're a 60-man agency, and when you lose an officer, that's part of your family.
And a man who made a lasting impression on the lives of many.
This is Nicholasville's loss. This is the Commonwealth of Kentucky's loss. This is the nation's loss.
On Thursday evening, the community gathered together at City Hall.
We will support each other. We will stand by each other.
As a way to show solidarity during this time of grieving.
It's to let them know that we've got their back. We're here.
And certainly to show support for Rhodes' wife and 3 children.
And that's all any of us want, is for our life to mean something. And when the community shows that his life meant something, that helps the family heal. And that's what we want to do.
And in the difficult days that lay ahead, Sergeant Harvey says they will find strength in focusing on the legacy Officer Rhodes will leave behind.
His legacy is that our officers are wanting to be more like Burke Rhodes.
In Nicholasville.
He's a hero, absolutely.
Jordan Valines.
He was a great guy.
WKYT.
And funeral arrangements have now been set for Officer Rhodes. The visitation will be Monday from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. and again from 3 until 8 in the evening. The funeral will be Tuesday at noon, followed by a graveside service at Camp Nelson National Cemetery. A man wanted for shooting a 9-year-old boy in Lexington has been arrested. Sheriff's deputies, U.S. Marshals, and immigration authorities worked together to arrest 28-year-old Alberto Contreras in West Virginia yesterday. He is charged with assault. On Saturday, police say he fired a shot at an SUV, injuring the boy. A spokesperson for the boy's family says the boy is still in critical condition. They say news of the arrest, though, comes as a relief.
Well, authorities say they've made an arrest in a bourbon heist. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office charged 45-year-old Gilbert Kurtzlinger after thousands of dollars worth of stolen bourbon turned up at his home. Kurtzlinger has been charged with receiving stolen property. Deputies say they found 5 barrels of bourbon stolen from Wild Turkey Distillery.
Obviously, this is a significant amount of bourbon. It's more than I've ever seen.
And we also want to mention that the sheriff says investigators are now looking for a second suspect who works for Wild Turkey. He says Kurtzinger worked at competitor Buffalo Trace. Fayette County school leaders say the student who caused a gun scare at a high school has been found. They say the student's been charged with possession of a weapon on school property and faces consequences in the school district. Earlier this week, school leaders got a report of a student with a gun at Bryan Station High School. Investigators say the student soon left campus. No one was injured, but security was increased anyway as police investigated.
We have extra presence around the doorways. School inside pretty much runs regular. We do limit hall passes and usually go to no hall passes so that we just have students in the hallways during regular class changes.
School leaders didn't find a gun today. No one's been arrested. The principal says Bryan Station will have increased security again tomorrow.
Lexington police made a dangerous discovery in a home that sent children to the hospital. Police say they found a meth lab at a home off 7th Street yesterday. Inside, they found 2 children, ages 11 and 13. 36-year-old Amanda Turner was arrested for drug and child endangerment charges in connection to the case. Neighbors say they are just glad to have those drugs off the streets.
Just glad they're doing it, getting it taken care of.
Now, police had to shut down the road in front of the home for a couple of hours, but it has, of course, since reopened. A former employee of the University of Kentucky's Veterinary Diagnostic Lab has been sentenced for child pornography charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office says 60-year-old Neil Williams received more than 5 years in federal prison. They say Williams admitted using his work-issued computer to download thousands of child porn images. After being released from prison, Williams will be on probation for 20 years.
Well, Lexington police have charged a nurse they say stole medication from her patients. Police say Donna Doty worked at Richmond Place Rehab and Health Care Center. They say she took oxycodone and other medications that were meant for patients, as well as tampering with medical records. Officers say a staffing agency put Doty at Richmond Place. They say this isn't the first time she's faced drug-related charges. Well, new this morning, Somerset police have arrested a man they say stole from a church. Somerset police say they caught Jorge Escobar trying to break into the Outreach for Jesus Church on Cotter Avenue there. Officers say when they got to the church, they found Escobar using a knife to damage the church's front door. They also say he stole a church van's license plate. Escobar is charged with burglary and criminal mischief.
The final results in this week's Bluegrass poll are in, and they look at the debate over gay marriage. Kentucky's ban on gay marriage is among those that the U.S. Supreme Court will consider next month. The new Bluegrass poll says 57% of Kentucky voters who were surveyed in this still oppose same-sex marriage. 33% support it, and 10% are not sure. Kentucky is one of 14 states where same-sex couples cannot legally marry. Car manufacturer Toyota says it will eliminate one of its models made at the Georgetown production facility. The USA Today reports that Toyota will no longer make the Venza crossover. The company is expected to phase the car out by the end of summer. According to the report, the Toyota plant in Georgetown says no jobs will be lost. The plant is set to begin production on the Lexus ES sedan later this year. Well, the Big Blue Nation has arrived in Music City. They're down in Nashville.
And thousands of UK fans have made their way south to Music City for the SEC tournament. The Cats play their first game in the tournament this afternoon against Florida. Coach John Calipari talked about the matchup. Rob Bromley has the latest from Nashville.
For the Kentucky Wildcats, the postseason trail will begin against the Florida Gators. That'll be the matchup in the first quarterfinal here at the SEC tournament. Florida advancing with a 69-61 victory over Alabama. John Calipari knows that teams are going to be desperate. They're going to be coming after him, but he thinks his team will be ready.
I have one concern, my team playing well. If that's not good enough, then you go back and you get ready for the tournament. I mean, they were great in practice. They have a great spirit about them. Any team in this tournament is good enough to beat us. And the question is, will we play at our best, which will make it hard for anybody to beat us. But they still can.
You know, we'll try to make some corrections, things that we need to get build on, things we need to get better at. You know, try to do some different things, not so much differently, but try to do things better. Try to concise things for our guys where we're not overwhelming them in such a short period of time.
So the Cats will try to extend the string as they take on Florida for the third time this season. They will try to make it 32 wins without a loss in the SEC quarterfinals. In Nashville, Rob Bromley, WKYT.
Exciting stuff. Thanks so much, Rob. Mayor Jim Gray has declared today Blue White Day in Lexington. He's encouraging all of us to show our support for the Cats by wearing UK gear. I did my best. White, blue.
I have a
white, blue.
I have a blue tie that I can lend Micah.
What about Micah?
Before we get rolling here at about 5 o'clock, maybe we'll offer that up. 4:39. almost 20 till 5 on WKYT this morning.
I'll be okay if you go ahead. You know, that's okay with me. When we come back, we got a lot more. Moms Every Day makes looking for the latest recalls easy as it can be. That's ahead on WKYT this morning.
I have a blue shirt on. Does that count? I mean, yeah, I'll find one. Bill will give me one. There's the rain looking down toward the south and southwest. We'll go through the latest forecast, how much you can expect coming up.